All right, everyone, welcome to the Tonto's Demise Week 16 recap. Only two matchups this week. As you know, this was the semifinals, determining who was going to go to Tonto Bowl 21. And I don't even really want to talk about my matchup because it wasn't ever in question. Sorry, Zach. But the other matchup, on the other hand, I am still like on an adrenaline rush from watching the back and forth on that matchup. So real quick, let's talk about what you guys, the collective groan here as the Wizard of Wimber from you guys. Wizard of Wimber knocks off Boomers to move into the Tonto Bowl 182.95 to 106.85. So yeah, this one was never, unfortunately for Zach, never in question pretty quickly. And his big guns didn't really do too much. I got enough from mine. Goff goes for 47. Diggs 8. Puka 36. DK 16. Tony Pollard 5.5. Rashad White 20. Evan Engram 17.5. McCaffrey 28. The second straight week, my kicker McManus goes for -1. Fortunately, that didn't matter. And my defense, San Francisco, actual score was correct on Yahoo, only 7. Did not see that coming, this matchup, the Ravens, 49ers in San Francisco. Brock Purdy just having a complete meltdown in this game. If he only well, I guess Darnold threw one. If Brock Purdy only throws 3 interceptions instead of 4, Kevin Bean would not be in the Tonto Bowl. But anyway, that was the Wizards score. For Boomers, he had Jordan Love go for 43. Thielen 15.5. Sutton gets concussed and goes for 0. Devontae only 1.4. Mixon only 9. Aaron Jones 17.5. McBride only 9. Singletary only 9. Butker only 1 point something. And actually, no, he missed his field goal, so 1. And the Bengals defense, I believe that score was also correct. 1. I didn't have to adjust these scores on either matchup here, either team in this matchup. No binks, no field goals, and our defenses both were trash. Anyway, Boomers, clap you out, although you'll be playing for third place, which gets your money back if you win it against Darkwing Jet this week. And the Wizard of Wimmer moves on to Tonto Bowl 21. And let's get to the matchup that we're all still talking about, at least in my mind. The Demise Hooligans upset, I think it's fair to say, Darkwing Jet this week. 182.65 to 181.4. Now, let's see. All sorts of things in this matchup. A playoff matchup, Justin goes out by 1.25. And this one was back and forth many times, especially during that Monday night game. Me and Jim were on the edge of our seats watching the defensive score. Keep tallying it up after basically every San Francisco play and what's going on here. Anyway, so let's just run through the actual numbers real quick. For Dub C, Josh Allen, I'm actually going to do all the actual numbers here. 41.35. AJ Brown, 14. Beckham, 3.3. Tutu, 0. Derrick Henry throws a touchdown pass. 22.5. Jamar Gibbs, 2 touchdowns, 24 points. Njoku, another touchdown for him, 16.4. Gus the Bus, touchdown for him, 14. Koo actually goes for, I think, 19.1, something like that, I believe. The MVP of this matchup is Koo, who is finally paying back all those weeks where Kevin Bean shouts his name whenever he kicks a field goal. And then the Baltimore Ravens defense, Yahoo says 25. I believe your actual score was 28. For Justin, he started off hot on Thursday night. Stafford going for 51. CD Lamb, 25.2. Tyreek, 18.9. Tyreek Hill had 90. I'm sorry. Never mind. 99 receiving yards. It's not 100 receiving yards for the bonus. It's 150. Sorry. I got excited there for a second. 18.9. Tyler Boyd, 10.9. Cook, 5. Kyron, again on Thursday night, 19.4. Waller, 5.2. James Conner, 22.2. Elliott, your kicker. So Dallas D got 7, I think. Excuse me. I think your kicker we added it was 16.6, something like that. Either one of you was 0.1 and one of you was 0.6. I forget which one. But anyway, so this matchup came down to Monday night. Justin, Monday afternoon, had Darren Waller, while Dub C had A.J. Brown. I think after this game, what was the first game on Christmas? The Chiefs and the Raiders. I don't think any of you had anybody in that matchup. No. So that didn't affect anything here. Then the afternoon was Eagles and Giants. So Justin had Waller and the Eagles kicker. Kept kicking a couple field goals there. A.J. Brown did have 14 points in that matchup. A couple points at the end there, leading to Elliott field goals. But, so yeah, going into Monday night, Justin was finished. And Dub C had OBJ, Gus Edwards, and the Baltimore Ravens defense. And Justin was winning by about 40 or so. Because let's look here. 28 and 14 is 42, 45.3. So you got 45.3 and you won by 1.3. So yeah, Dub C, you actually down about 43 points going into Monday night. With those 3 left and Justin left to watch and pray. And again, this, as I said on the line app, oh my gosh. And I think, obviously, Disco was watching too, and he was just, actually, he thought Kevin Bean lost at first. But anyway, this was down to the 2-minute warning we had been watching, and when Brock Purdy got hurt, Sam Darnold came in and completed a couple passes, got a couple first downs, and actually threw a touchdown pass to somebody. And that drive put San Francisco over. They had too many first downs for your defense, for Baltimore's defense, and too many passing yards. So that was -6 from the Baltimore defense right there. And actually, Kevin went from winning to losing by about 4 or 5 points. Maybe it was like 5 or 6. And then San Francisco drove down again. McCaffrey had a carry at the 2-yard line. to the 1 that led to the 2-minute warning. So at the 2-minute warning, San Francisco has 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. They're just going to run it in. This is a touchdown. That's going to put them over the points threshold. Kevin's done. There's no way he's coming back from this. They're at the 1-yard line. Darnold is in. Just hand it to CMC. Push it in. Get a touchdown. Going to get the touchdown here. And honestly, I don't know what on earth San Francisco was thinking. You're welcome, Kevin. But it still blows my mind as I'm sitting here that literally it's got to be killing Justin. Literally every single thing Kevin needed to happen, every single one, happened. It all happened. The 2nd and goal play, for some reason, they decided to throw a pass. Darnold gets sacked for a 10-yard loss, sorry. There's another point for Dub C. Next play, either next play or play after that, Darnold throws it into the end zone. Interception. There's 4 points. There's 3 more, so 4 more points for Dub C. Gus Edwards said there's just enough time. Gus Edwards gets a carry for 3 yards. At this point, after that carry, so remember the clock's ticking down. We're under 2 minutes. They could be kneeling down at this point. I think San Francisco had San Francisco did, I believe, have all their timeouts, or at least 2 of them, which is why they couldn't just kneel down, I think. So Gus Edwards gets the carry. It was like a 3-yard gain. And I'm refreshing the Yahoo app there to see what the score is, because I know that as of that point, we were adding 3 points to Kevin's defense. And after that first 3-yard carry by Gus Edwards, the score was Darkwing Jet 181.4 to Dub C Hooligans 181.35. And we're just like, oh my God. And on the next play, as we all know now, Gus Edwards gets another carry, and it goes for 13 yards, and Kevin's score jumps up to 182.65. Gets a first down, and the Ravens kneel out the clock from there. Unbelievable. The very last play it came down to. This matchup, Justin's season, Kevin's season, again, same thing with Ed trying to get into the playoffs. I love it. I feel awful for the guys that have had this heartbreak, but you cannot argue the excitement that we have had in the playoffs this year. As I said, Ed got eliminated just at the very end of week 14, the Monday night game. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But yeah, who's the Miami defense, right? Losing that game to Tennessee. Yeah, it came down to the very end of the drama, the excitement. I love it. I said again, I'm sorry that it happened to you guys, and the pain and the heartbreak and the misery that it's caused. But the excitement that we've had this year, the drama, love to see this. I was so excited. Just the adrenaline rush from watching you guys go back and forth, and the matchups just not being like mine, where I'm not complaining, that mine was ho-hum. Nothing really was ever, unfortunately, in question. But this one, wow. Just, again, said happened to Ed 2 weeks ago, happens to Justin this week. The excitement, the drama of who is going to actually get it. Really just a thrill to watch. But anyway, yeah. Justin, still don't know why you started Darren Waller in his first game back from injury against the Eagles defense. I know Likely was playing the San Francisco defense. You also had Schultz versus the Cleveland defense. Waller has not done anything to deserve being back in your lineup, in my opinion. Especially coming back from a hamstring injury, hard to trust. If you had started either Likely or Schultz, you would win this matchup. I mean, we were looking at this from beforehand, wondering why you were starting Waller. Is there anything else different that you could have done? I mean, there's no way you're not playing James Cook. He has been playing very well the past couple weeks. No way you were sitting him for Najee, probably. Boyd was a good pickup. Just not quite enough there. But yeah, I don't think you were going to start Kyler at Chicago. You had Stafford there Thursday night. I said other than Darren Waller, who did come back to haunt you, that's the only questionable lineup choice you made. Dub C put it in 2-2 when he said he could have done last week what he did today and picked up Demarcus Robinson, who's kind of been on a tear with the Rams there, plugging him into your lineup. Really nothing, I mean, doesn't really matter because Kevin won the matchup. Really nothing he could have done differently to make this more comfortable. Yeah. So, Darkwing Jet, we clap you out. A valiant effort, but just this much short. And Dub C moves on to Tonto Bowl 21. The last time Dub C was in a Tonto Bowl, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tonto Bowl 5. I believe Kevin won Tonto Bowl 4 and 5. So yeah, when you're on the podcast, Kevin, you can introduce yourself as Tonto Bowl 4 and 5 winner, because I believe Detling won in 1, I won 2, Detling won 3, and then you won back-to-back 4 and 5, and then I think Brian was 6, and then Pyro is in there 7, I think. I believe that was the order that you were 4 and 5. Anyway, Tonto Bowl 5 was in the year 2007. So 15 plus years since Kevin has made the Tonto Bowl. A long, dry spell. I think, well, Detling's spell was quite long before he got in a couple years ago. Maybe not, no, championships. Just getting in, Detling gets in quite often, as we know, only to quite often fall in the Tonto Bowl. But yeah, this is the first time Dub C has even made it since his back-to-back championships. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that is correct. But anyway, congratulations to Dub C. You will be facing the Wizard of Winber in Tonto Bowl 21. All of this reminds me that I completely forgot about the Tonto's Facebook page. I'm going to have to go through and screen cap all the matchups here. Maybe I'll do that New Year's Day when I'm not doing anything else. But yeah, so most of the Tonto Bowl is it's New Year's Eve. Most of this is on Sunday, and I am not going to be able to even pay attention to any of what goes on because I am going to be extremely busy Saturday and Sunday when I got Goff and Dallas, Goff versus Dallas. You've got, what do you have? Gibbs. Is that the only Saturday stuff? You have Njoku here tomorrow night. I also have Pollard. So I've got Goff and Pollard going Saturday night. And you've got Gibbs. And then I said you got Njoku tomorrow. I apologize for not getting this out until Wednesday night. Was out of town at the Cricks until today. And then basically straight to work. But anyway, you guys don't care about that. I don't want to get scolded again for previewing Tonto Bowl 21. That's not my job, apparently. But we do know that Jamar Chase probably going to be out again. Not practicing, working out on the rehab field. Making progress. Very iffy right now. If Jamar Chase is going to play this week. Very iffy for Keenan Allen right now. So you picked up Demarcus Robinson and you've got him in there. Stevenson's on IR now, so you won't be using him. You'll be going with Gus again. Interestingly enough, so here we are in the Tonto Bowl with Kevin, who ends up with the Baltimore Ravens defense, who I traded away for San Francisco because I believed that their playoff matchup was going to be better than Baltimore's. So, and now here we are with those two going head to head. Baltimore is got Miami, and after seeing what Breece Hall and the Jets did to Washington last week, not going to lie, I'm pretty excited for McCaffrey in San Francisco, especially the way San Francisco got embarrassed last week. I fully expect them to be angry and play angry and just kick the crap out of Washington. Hopefully McCaffrey just goes bonkers this week. Let's see. So it's very not looking good for Kevin, although he didn't have those guys last week. No Keenan. It's looking very iffy for him because the Chargers are they are out of the playoffs. No chance. So I think the Bengals still have something to play for. Not sure if Chase is going to go or not this week. You're probably hoping he does. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this is the week where Josh Allen remembers that Stephon Diggs exists. And even though Yahoo has me projected to win by 20, I think this matchup is going to be way closer than that. But yeah, that's all. I won't get into it anymore. Hopefully, I will say that this is the week where trading for Christian McCaffrey finally and San Francisco's defense has helped. But hopefully, this is the week where CMC finally. I don't want it to be this close, but I hope that this is the week where CMC finally comes through for me. Because, like I said in the lineup tonight, if he doesn't make a difference in this matchup, I 100% regret trading Breece. I know it would hurt to play him against the Cleveland Browns defense this week. I mean, he had 12 catches last week. Went for like 40-some points. But yeah, like I said, none of my matchups from post-trade changed. The outcomes didn't. None of the outcomes would have been different. I still would have ended up first in the standings. exactly where I am. I only would have lost like 30 overall points. Like I still would have been where I was, number one with the bye. Wouldn't have changed anything, at least up to this point. If I had Brees or CMC, I would still be exactly where I am today. And I wish that if I had my choice, I wish that I still had Brees on my team available to be a 4th round keeper next year. Not gonna lie, 100%. So, all right, CMC, this is your time to shine. Make it worth my while acquiring you in this trade. Don't make me regret it. Because as Disco would say, Brees in the 4th next year is pretty sexy. But yeah, then we've got Darkwing, Jet, and Boomers playing for 3rd place. Make sure you set your lineup, guys, because the 3rd place winner does win his money back, the $50 there. Although most people just roll it over and play for free next year. Always an option there. So yeah, that's enough for me from this week. I'll let the guys handle it. Kind of disappointing that there is no like the background music from your Tonto playoffs previews there, stuff like that you guys used to do. I guess you can't do it on the computer there or whatever. But anyway, all right. May all 4 of us meet or exceed expectations this week. Nobody gets hurt. Everyone has a good time, and me or Kevin, who will the Wizard of Winburn continue the Springfield Isotopes tradition of not losing Tonto Bowls? Will me, Craig Kubisic, get ring number 7? Well, I guess we would be there. Well, we'd have to wear them like this, and not. Will we remain? Will we even be even better than the Michael Jordan of Tonto's demise? Well, maybe I'll become the Tom Brady. He lost a couple along the way, but anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got work ahead, Wizard of Winburn. All right, we will see you guys back here next week to discuss the events of Tonto Bowl 21. All right, guys, thanks for listening, watching, or whatever it is you do. If any of you are still made it or are interested or even care, Kevin, your dog just took a shit right there on Phillip Rivers. So I guess I should mention too, we shall see. Will the curse of the Rivers jersey, this cursed jersey, will we prove that it only applies to Brian? So far, I'm like 99% convinced. Will we get to 100% that it is just Brian that this jersey curses? So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, watching, and good luck, Kevin, in Tonto Bowl 21. May the best team win. And I'm excited to see what happens. Again, I'm not going to be able to watch any of what goes on. I probably won't even look at my phone just to see what happens because it's going to be New Year's Eve. I'm going to be busy as fuck that whole weekend. So, yeah, that's the only downside to this. So, all right, guys. See you next week. Again, Kevin, good luck to you in Tonto Bowl 21. See you next week.